Tonight's video is going to be a little different. I want to try and start reacting to financial advice or bad personal finance habits. And tonight's video, I really wanted to focus on car loans, just like avoiding them and just seeing like what an average person, or at least in these examples, like the average cost of a crazy car loan. So hope you enjoy, stay tuned, and we're gonna play the first clip.
What car do you drive and what's your payment? 2023 BMW 5 Series. The payment $2,650 a month.
I mean, right off the rip, that I think 2,600 for a fucking car is absolutely insane. Especially now, obviously it's a luxurious car, but BMWs, all I've heard are when they break or they have issues, it is ridiculously expensive to repair, and they aren't the most affordable one, and reliable, and just kind of there for the long haul. I've never really met someone who owns a BMW and hasn't had tons of issues with them, and with that, just the crazy repair costs. Because I'm sure hourly labor on the car is probably hundreds of dollars. That's not including the parts that they probably have to ship in, unless you go to your dealership where they're already gonna upcharge you anyway. So, I mean, that starting off the video with $2,600 car payment, I don't think that's gonna get beat, but we can stay tuned and figure that out.
What car do you drive?
Up down Corvette 2020.
And what's your payment looking like every month?
1,500.
Corvette, $1,500 a month. I think that makes sense. The newer Corvettes are, I can't lie, they're very beautiful cars. Would I ever see myself buying one? I don't think so. I'm not really a car guy personally. I pretty much, I'll get a nice, reliable car that will last me the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, hopefully. And I'll pretty much just drive it till the wheels fall off. But, some people, they like their fancy cars. I won't hate on the guy. The Corvettes are nice, but $1,500, that is crazy, crazy money. Just imagine what $1,500 monthly in an index fund would get you. So, a little food for thought there.
What car do you drive?
I drive a BMW M4.
What's your monthly note?
I'm paying a little over 7.
So, last guy was definitely the best out of the group, out of the three, at $700 a month. Not really too familiar with cars, so I don't know if his BMW is an older model than the first guys at $2,500 a month. I'm assuming, just based on the monthly pay discrepancy there. But I mean, once again, I've heard BMWs are not very reliable vehicles. Sure, I'm sure they're beautiful, nice, fun to drive when you first get them, but I think as the years goes on, I think just maintenance, repair, just overall taking care of the vehicle probably is just astronomical. You're probably paying more on repairs than eventually the car at some point. But those are kind of my 2 cents there when it comes to this video. Definitely a nice intro to some of the shorts we're going to be watching throughout this video. So let's pull up the second one. This next one I did have to mute because of the music in the background. Didn't want to get copyrighted. So here we go. 450. I don't think this video mentions any specific car they're driving. But I mean, definitely on the more tame side, at least $450 a month. But I mean, I've done it before. My first and hopefully only car payment that I'm ever going to get, in my adult years, was around $400 a month. And I guess it's not a crazy amount. It's not $2,500 or $1,500 a month. But I mean, what $400 can do you in a month when it comes to investing? I think it's to your best interest in paying that off as fast as possible and taking that remaining $400 from that car payment and put it into the stock market. But I mean, you got to eventually buy your car out if you don't have cash. this guy not enough saying not enough is crazy. I mean, I'm assuming he's being sarcastic, but that's kind of wild. I'm hoping that's not his mentality, where it's like, oh yeah, you know, I could spend more on a better car. But some people just don't really understand what that extra money a month going towards a car payment can really get you in the long term when it comes to investing that money instead of, you know, buying into a depreciating asset. 364, not terrible. Like I said, you know, definitely, I mean, I think that's the lowest so far. So far so good so far in these shorts, but hopefully he pays that off pretty quickly. I don't think he really mentioned what vehicle it was at 364. Hopefully it'll last him a long time. Hopefully he can finish those payments out. So she has two car payments, one 500 something and the second one 400 something. So let's just say $1,000 will be an even $1,000. $1,000 a month. Not the worst, not the best. She's definitely in the middle range there. $1,000 a month is insane on a car payment. You're looking at like $12,000 a year. Could you imagine, like, I mean, $12,000, that would what? That would max out your Roth IRA for the year and leave you with $5,000 or like $4,500 extra to invest into a normal brokerage account, or if you want to dabble in like individual stocks. It just, seeing these numbers is crazy. And just like, if you were to plug these numbers into a calculator, like, hey, that extra $12,000 that you were putting into a depreciating asset or assets in the last lady's case, considering she has two car payments, putting that into the stock market and plugging that into a calculator, even if you just do the term loan, which or the loan term, which I guess you can say it could be 3 years to 6 years, just plugging in those different numbers, plugging in those different values, and seeing what that $12,000 a year could have ultimately made you in that 6-year loan term or that 3-year loan term. I think you would probably kick yourself and be like, wow, why did I spend so much on cars when I could have been putting this money away for my future? I guess that's the $1 million question, right?
Asking people at this Mercedes what their car payment is. Yo, Kayla, what car do you drive?
I drive a Honda Civic.
And what's your car payment?
Baby, nothing. It's paid off.
Okay, video's off to a good start. I was definitely expecting higher numbers here, you know, especially being the dealership they're at. I'm sure, you know, they got to think, or they got that mentality where, hey, if I work here, if I'm selling these fancy cars, I got to be driving a fancy car. I mean, right off the rip, Honda Civic, very reliable car, probably going to last her years and years to come. Hopefully she drives it till the wheels fall off. Around 20,000 normal, and then, you know, paid off. So sweet. She's not paying any interest in the car loan. She's not paying any car loan at all. Hopefully she's putting that money towards her future, whether it be investing or maybe a down payment on a house or something. Hopefully she's just not, you know, taking that money and then, you know, blowing it elsewhere. But maybe she bought a motorcycle or something. But moving on.
Yo, VJ, what car do you drive?
An EQS 450.
And what's your payment?
Ooh, heavily $1,600.
Oh, $1,600 a month. I mean, I can't lie. You know, the picture that they showed, the type of vehicle that he drives, I mean, once again, very, very beautiful car. I'm not going to sit here and say it's an ugly car by any stretch of the imagination, but $1,600 a month. I mean, is it really worth it when you see that $1,600 taken out of your bank account on a monthly basis to go towards this depreciating asset? I don't think these people like quite understand. I mean, I hope they understand, considering they work at a dealership, that, hey, as soon as I drive this car off the lot, or hey, every time I put 500 miles or 1,000 miles on the car, it goes down, down, down. You would think they understand this, but at the same time, you know, hey, maybe, I mean, being that they're in car sales or that they're at a dealership, they are obviously fans of vehicles or like the nicer vehicles, like to drive nicer vehicles. They don't think of it as a, hey, I need this to get from point A to point B. They're like, hey, I can get to point A, point B, but you know, I can show up in style. I don't know, maybe that's what they're thinking.
Yo, James, what car do you drive?
A Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV.
And what's your payment?
It's actually free. I paid it off.
Okay, nice. Does that mean $0? He's paid it off. $80,000 car. I mean, that's pretty cool. Seeing that he paid it off fully, nice, good for him. Like, hopefully he's putting that money into his future. I mean, being that he's an older guy, I'm assuming he's probably done that.
Reza, what car do you drive?
I got a 2016 bagged out E350. I got my 1992 A320.
Wow, 1992 Benz still going strong. That's pretty cool.
And I got my E500 station wagon.
2006.
And what's your car payments?
I actually don't pay anything on any of them. All paid off.
Definitely a Mercedes fan. Wow. And once again, you know, three cars. Probably a family man. I can only assume, unless he's a, you know, bachelor with 3 cars and just deciding, hey, I want to drive this one to work. Hey, I want to gallivant in this one. Cool regardless. But I mean, good for him having no car payments on any of the vehicles. Considering the second two are a little older, would say like a 92 and a 2006. I would assume by that time those are definitely paid off, but the newer one, seeing that that's fully paid off, he's not paying any towards a car loan or any towards interest. That's pretty solid. I mean, hopefully he took that, you know, that payment, whatever it was initially, and you know, like I said, continue to put it towards his future, his future investments, just overall, you know, kind of his personal finance. Hopefully it's better today than it was while he was paying off those loans. So, I mean, cool. Always glad to see someone paying $0 in car payments.
Yo, Omar, what car do you drive?
2016 E-Class E350.
And what's your car payment?
About $600.
Wow. A 2016, still paying $600 on it. I can only assume that he probably got it in the last few years, or he got it recently and put some money down and is just paying $600 a month. I'd like to see like what his car loan time frame is. Like, did he get 3 years, 6 years? I don't know if you can go higher than that. I've never really seen higher than 6 years. But I mean, I'd always be curious to see kind of like what what the loan payment they're looking like is. But I mean, $600 a month, not horrible, but definitely not the lowest we've seen in tonight's video so far. But hopefully he pays that off quickly and starts putting that money to work for him.
Yesterday, what car do you drive?
I drive a 2022 Mercedes-Benz E450 Coupe.
And what's your payment?
It's about $1,275.
Oh my God. And to finish the night off, almost $1,300 in a car payment. Once again, I can't lie. You know, Mercedes cars they're nice. I mean, I can't say I've seen an ugly car in any of these videos so far. But I mean, once again, $1,300 on a car payment, on a depreciating asset. You know, every time she gets in that car and drives it to work and drives it home, it probably goes down in value just that little bit more. And, you know, being $1,300, I mean, that's over 12 grand a year. That could have maxed out her Roth IRA for the year, and it could have left her with some extra money to put into a brokerage account, individual stocks, put that money at least into a high yield savings account so she can, you know, save some money on the side, or at least make more money than just putting in her bank account where she's getting what, 0.000001% interest rate a year. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight's video. Quick and simple. I'd love to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on kind of like how I did in the reaction videos, kind of how the shorts were laid out, pretty much like whatever you guys want to include in your critique. Definitely first video, so it's definitely going to be a little choppy, whether it be like the size of the video I'm playing or me talking or me reacting. So, you know, as always, guys, this is The Lunch Table. I appreciate you tuning in, and I think I'm out for the night. So as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and until next time.